need to see it all, yeah. I wanna see it all, I wanna see it all, yeah. I'd give anything just to leave this town tonight. I'd give anything just to leave this town, leave it all behind. Want to taste the waves of the seven seas. I was made for the livelong life of traveling home. Yeah, I was made for the livelong life of traveling. See it all, yeah. I wanna see it all, yeah. I need to see it all, yeah. I wanna see it all, I wanna see it all, yeah. I'd give anything just to leave this town tonight. I'd give anything just to leave this town, leave it all behind.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone had a good, fun, and safe week. And I tell you what, time is definitely flying. My goodness, where is it going? It's already almost the end of September. Someone should wake up Green Day. But man, it's good to be back. So, a little bit of okay, why is this already? Hang on, let me fix this. Or not. Okay, anyways. Welcome everyone. So we got Anfield, we've got Ralph NK, we got BCF Parts. How are you guys doing? Welcome to all the lurkers, all of those who will watch this on the replay. So yeah, yesterday I was planning to stream and then got a last minute invite to do kind of a small little op session, another friend's home personal layout. And it's like when you get invited to do something like that, I always try to take it because it's rare enough to go to someone else's layout, let alone operate on it. And it's just one of those things that you can learn something from someone else's build, see how they wire things, how they build things, how they scenic things, what's their kind of train of thought. And so, I decided, I'll push it off to today. And also kind of a funny story. I didn't realize when I was setting up the stream that I was setting up for 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh, okay, there's no one else on. And then I realized, oh, crap, Back on Track may be streaming at this time. It's like, oh, no, I may have to push it back an hour. But I didn't realize that they were also, because I missed a show last week, they weren't streaming this week. So it's like, okay, good, works, I'll take it. But yeah, if you guys don't know, this is not my regular time. Typically, a shout out to Back on Track podcast. I usually go from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. U.S. Central Time, because that's times when I'm on. So I'll give them a nice little shout out and link here. So this is usually their time slot, but they're off this week. So I decided to move the podcast to today. And I don't know how long I'm going to be going for, guys, because normally I'm usually not up this early. I'm usually still in bed sleeping. But yeah, it is what it is. So and also the sun's up, so now the lighting is completely jacked. If the lighting's already messed up as it is, but now we got the backlight that's going to really make things off sync. But welcome everyone. Welcome to the Icey podcast. Hopefully you guys are, like I said, having a good week. I'm your host, the Ice Dragon Ray Ron. And today is going to be kind of just a chill kind of cast. I don't think I have much in the way of admin notes. That was kind of the big admin thing for today. Yeah, one of these days I'll fix the lighting. I got to get a softbox to light up my face. But the issue with it is any light that shines on my face, I tend to get headaches. Like, my head's really sensitive to a lot of things. Typically noise, light, all that jazz, sometimes smell. But yeah, good times. So as you can see behind me, I've already got the train kind of rolling around. We've got our Union Pacific 4018, which is the Frisco, Texas. And then we've got our scale trains, GP30, Chicago Northwestern, pulling our Chicago Northwestern Heritage train. So that's what I decided to run today. Man, I am just like completely in the shadows. Yeah, I apologize. Let's get you guys to all of the cameras. The plumber, how are you? Welcome. So, I decided, and let's see. Anfield, looks like you were the first one here. So not only you're gonna get a special edition cookie today. So you guys know from my last stream that I'm gonna do my giveaways are completely and utterly random. They could pop up in a video, they could pop up in a short, they could pop up on a stream. These are completely unannounced. And today I decided, you know what? Let's do this. The first person to chat in the chat room for this edition of the Icey podcast will get a prize. So the first person was Anfield from the Loft. And why is this not working? What is going on? Oh, I know why. Because so Anfield in the Loft, you have won the completely random and utterly just out of the park giveaway. So send me an email. I'll give you your Mini Prince gift card. So congratulations, you are the winner. Again, my giveaways are completely random. You don't know when I'm going to do it. And I do that because I want, you guys who participate, who come out to the show, I want to give back to you guys. Kyle Stevens, how's it going? So again, Enfield, if you're, I'll send you an email with with a Mini Prince gift card. And again, I gotta thank Bernard from Mini Prince. He has given me a couple of giveaway codes because I recorded his clinic over at Texas. So instead of me getting anything that I wanted from the gift shop, I decided to get some gift cards to give out for you guys because I want to give it back. It's not often we do giveaways, and the opportunity presented itself, and so congratulations, Anfield. I will send you an email with that. So I haven't heard anything yet from Bernard regarding our Mini Prince scan. I know he's a very, very busy man. So again, we don't rush anyone. But I am getting more and more excited. So just woke up. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Yeah, I'm definitely in the same boat. But yeah, I haven't got much on this layout. I've been kind of neglecting really doing anything on this layout. I've been working on several mega projects. One, you guys will kind of see when it starts. It's going to be a massive series that I've got kind of lined up. I'm excited for it. I'm really, really excited for it because it'll be something. It's going to be a new tradition on the channel. Time to get on the road. Okay, safe drives, safe trips. Safe trips, safe journeys. But yeah, I think once this stream is done, I've got to edit a train show video for you guys. Both myself and RailFanK went to the Temple, Texas train show. RailFanK has some of shorts coming out about that. I got some shorts already kind of coming out as well. So between the two of us, you can guys see some videos on that train show. It was an okay train show. If you guys have seen my new Braunfels train show, it's basically same vendors, same kind of layouts, but really, really cramped. And you guys will kind of see that in the video. But they had T-Track was there, and Scale was there. O-Gauge was probably the big layout that I really enjoyed. And they had an HO layout that you guys have seen before from the Samra. And I think he was there at New Braunfels as well. So it's kind of the same kind of regional vendors, regional layouts. So I do have that in the works. But man, there's been so many videos, so many editing. Like, there's been a couple times that I've recorded for this project coming up in about 2 months. Yeah, let's see, we're in September, October. Yeah, 2 months. So I've been recording like mad. And yeah, I've lost my voice a few times doing this project. But I'm excited. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I think you guys will enjoy it. And I don't want to say that, but it's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. Alright, let's see. I'll probably take you guys to this camera. And if you guys are new, because again, I am kind of streaming in an off-ball kind of time slot. I typically stream Friday evenings, typically 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Again, I kind of had an invite to do an op session last night, so I decided to pop on and do this stream, or at this time slot. This is technically belongs to the Back on Track crew. I sent the link in the chat. They aren't streaming this week, so it kind of worked out. But again, not my typical stream time. I'm usually editing during this time. Yeah, so technically, this mouse that you see here moving around is the mouse on my security camera system. So it's interesting that you say that, Kyle. So a few things about it. I've been collecting since I was very, very young, and some of this is actually some of my father's stuff. So the collection that you see here is pretty much 20 plus years of collecting. This is actually a small layout compared to and collection with some others. Mom and son train rail fans, welcome. How are you two doing? Let's see. You're working on laying on track? Let's see. Let's take you guys over to Phoenix Point. But there's a lot of good projects underway. I just found out that there's a modular club that's kind of forming up, and I've kind of been invited to do dispatching the way I kind of want to via JMRI, which is going to be awesome. So I want to help them set up everything. So there's a lot to come on the channel. I'm actually really, really excited about this. All right, so there's our big boy 4018 with our scale trains tenders, GP30 scale train, and then with our kind of hodgepodge of Rossi, IHC coaches. I appreciate that, Kyle. Most of my collection is usually transitional stuff, and I typically do Union Pacific Family Heritage and Fallen Flags. So obviously Chicago Northwestern, we've got Southern Pacific, Missouri Pacific, Western Pacific, Denver Rio Grande, and usually I go one layer down in the Fallen Flags. From time to time, I'll go one more layer below that. So right now I'm kind of collecting Texas and Pacific. There's a few Texas and Pacific cars that I have. CE and I is something that I want to start looking for as well. Kind of the latest project that I'm putting together is the MKD Texas Eagle. Before Amtrak took it and before the mergers. Because that's really the last like heritage excursion train that I need to get built. So yeah, this whole layout, again, the light with all the backlight and the way it is, and this is another reason why I kind of stream at night, is because the sun kind of rises behind me, so it gets a lot of backlight, which basically darkens the whole layout. So yeah, it's kind of something different. Okay, so how are the GP3 from Scale Trains? They are my favorite 4-axle diesel of the year, and probably they're my new favorite 4-axle of all time. I like Scale Trains. ESU is a bit of a problem to code. I do need to get their local sound programmer to really get the potential out of it when it comes to programming. If you don't mind programming, if you don't care about programming, then I love them. The sound is fantastic. The detail is amazing. The lighting is off the charts. It's really, really good. I'll put some sound on so you can hear it. So I don't know if you can hear it in the background. I kind of got my noise gate cancellation kind of connected to this. So I don't know if you're going to hear that in the background. My plan is to get some other microphones around the layout so you can hear kind of the Doppler effect with this. But I've really recommended it. Now, again, they are expensive. Scale Trains tends to... It is a little more up there in price. I think they're worth it. So I recommend them. I recommend them. Nice. I'm not sure how well we're going to be able to capture this, but it does have the step ladder lights. You can see it kind of shining on the floor. I said, with it being so bright in here, I'm not sure if the cameras will pick it up. Yeah, I mean, you can barely see it there across the tracks on the ballast. I should actually be able to get it from the bridge camera view. You're probably going to see it good here. I call this kind of my highway kind of view. Yeah, you can really see it there. But yeah, Kyle, I've done a couple of videos on the GP30 now. I think I did a kind of turntable spotlight on it. Okay, you can stop now. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. And they've been good switchers for me. They've been really, really good. Alright, get this view here. I do have another sectional layout scenery piece that I'm building here soon. So right now, this is kind of like my most scenic part of the layout, where I have basically another shelf that I've attached to the modular to allow me to put the buildings on. Okay. Yeah, then you shouldn't have any problems. I like to tinker when it comes to programming, and I've quickly realized that ESU loc sounds and JMRI tend not to like each other from time to time. I've had it to where, like, okay, I've got momentum shut off. Okay, momentum's still on. What the heck's going on? So, and with everyone, there's a lot of companies switching over to ESU. So eventually I'm going to bite the bullet and get the loc sound programmer. Yeah, it's like two camera angles that are completely like in the dark. This one, which is unfortunate. But you can kind of see the lighted GP30 there. Another kind of mega project I need to start working on is operations. I gotta get these car cards situated, because I'm getting that itch to do ops on this layout. I may do a few of them after this stream, just to satisfy the itch a little bit. But yeah, I've kind of got two. So the way I'm going to do ops is I'm going to have basically two trains for operations. I have the Iceyville local along with the Iceyville Express. Two small trains to work on. I'm kind of excited for it. the Iceyville Express will interchange passengers, change out mail, and then the local will service all the different industries. So kind of the whole backstory, if you guys didn't catch my stream about what we're going to do operations-wise on this layout. Iceyville is basically the city that turns prototypical objects into fantasy specialties. So it's like, and we're kind of incorporating you guys into the layout. So my first car card, we're basically taking empty box cars from my Kirby interchange, and we're putting basically dragon eggs into them from the Daenerys Industries. If you guys get there's gonna be a lot of Easter eggs when it comes to this layout, and we're shipping them to from the Kirby interchange. And the address is gonna be YouTube USA, and that'll be to Mom and Son YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. And I don't know how well this is going to pick up, but yeah, there's our car card. Basically typed out all the information about the box car, all the information there. You got these way bills, and then you got a picture of the actual car. So kind of my own spin. And on the community tab here on YouTube on my channel, you'll find a better picture. Yeah, I mean that too. And that's something I kind of wanted to prove. I want to show that you two can run a layout or run ops on a circular layout like this. It doesn't have to be this ginormous layout. Yep, there you go. Alright, I think we'll do one more lap with the big boy, and then we'll get you guys on board. And then we'll do a little bit of a train ride. Let's get you guys this feel. But I got so many car cards to catalog and work out. I think my operations is going to be some cars are going to be a 4-cycle process. Others will be a 2-cycle. Like, I think the big one that's going to be rotating my layout is the car that we're going to use for the Mystic Dust. Because the Mystic Dust that's being produced from Mystic's channel, because it's going to be a byproduct of his oil refineries, if I remember correctly. That Mystic powder is a key ingredient to basically transform normal day-to-day objects into the fantasy projects that we're shipping out. Yeah, I'll be at the club this Sunday. I'm hoping to get my MKD train for Sunday, but no promises. And speak of the devil, we've got the Mystic. I am doing well. How are you, good sir? Now, we were just talking about your Mystic powder. Fairy VR is big into rocks and all that stuff. And we're thinking, I think it's amethyst is what we're going to go with, which is basically... and I could be wrong. It's the purple rock that we found a dealer that crushes them into either sand, fine, coarse, and whatnot. And we're gonna buy some of that amethyst rock to mimic the mystic powder that we'll be using for the layout. And again, this stream is a big caveat, big asterisk. Because again, normally I don't stream during this time. This is typically the Back on Track podcast's time slot. They're not streaming this week, so it was a happy little accident that everything kind of lined up for this. Because when I set this up initially, I was saying to myself, "All right, there's no one streaming during this time," and then stupid me forgot that Back on Track streams during this time. But then they're not streaming this week, so it was a happy little accident that everything kind of worked out. Let's see. And yeah, I'm basically gonna use a black MKD hopper car for the Mystic powder. Can't wait. I'm doing good. Busy but good. Yep. So yeah, I gotta go back to the stream where we talked about all of the op stuff, because I know BCF parts, I think you're shipping in parts, mechanical parts for my maintenance away train. We're shipping out dinosaurs to the plumber. I know you were shipping out something to Boxcar Husky, but yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. So I know we got a lot of content creators in the channel. If you guys are doing anything fun in your neck of the woods, feel free to post what you're doing. Lord knows I have a lot of time editing, so I tend to watch as many videos and live streams as I can. If you guys are going to any train shows that are coming up, I think my next train show is in October. The later half of October, the New Braunfels train show is kicking off again. And then I think my next train show after that, again, it's kind of 50-50 on Amherst. I'm still not sure if I can do that one. So I'm kind of putting it as a tentative, maybe. But definitely in February, we got the Samurai train show. And then in in April next year, back to New Braunfels. And yeah. Train show season is slightly dying down on this neck of the woods. We just had the Temple train show recently. Nice. Mystic, our resident N scaler. Early November. Nice. Yeah, I've got a lot of pre-orders coming up too. I'm still 50-50 if I'm gonna do the 3/4 dome from Rapido. I've been looking at those ones, and it's like, man, they look good. I may pre-order one, which is the daylight scheme. I'm kind of limited to one thanks to my budget. But I think out of all of the paint schemes, I think I'm going to go SP. Nope. We will leave in harmony. I love my HO. But I am getting into N scale. I give a lot of love to I gave a lot of love to all the scales. So we have been making progress on the N scale side. Right now it's kind of more the production side. We've got a kind of painting stand set up finally, so that way we can start painting our T-track modulars. Just get a base coat on before I lay down the track. So we are making headway on the T-track layout. I've got to run my new bullet trains that I got from the train show, from the NMRA train show. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get you guys on board this train. Okay, so let me get you guys a good camera shot here. So let's do this. Let's also do this. I'll probably just do this view. How big is too big? Give me a second. Let me get you guys on board, because this is actually my dynamic microphone, so you definitely won't hear me when I'm over on the op side. Let me get you guys connected to a train, and we'll get back to that question. I'm sorry guys, I can't see chat at the moment. One of these days I'll be able to see chat when I do operations on this particular layout. All right. Sorry about that. So I plan on getting a kind of another TV over the layout, so that way I can bring up chat on the big screen. So when I'm doing some ops, I'll see you guys kind of chatting. Alright, let's get you guys on board. Let's do the 2 cameras here. Alright, there we go. So, welcome on board 4018 along with 817 GP30 on the Chicago Northwestern Heritage train. Okay, so how big is too big? Yes. The biggest you've ever built. Speaking the big boy, yep. So, and that's the thing, it's like, I've seen O scale, I've seen G, and I've rode in 7.25. They're all good sizes. And that's just one of the things about model railroading, is that there's a size for everyone. And you just gotta figure out which one works best for you. I am by default, I'm a big fan of HO, that's what I started with, and that's usually what I go with. Yeah, I understand that one. Any layout is a good layout. It does not matter. It does not matter. It can be 4x8. It can be 2 modular point to point. As I've always kind of preached, don't let anyone tell you what to do on your personal layout, and don't let anyone gatekeep you from your personal layout. Obviously, you guys know my opinion about public layouts. That's a whole nother animal for another day. Yeah, and see, that's why I love modular as well, because I can take this layout down and move it wherever I want to and then be compatible with others, as long as they're Fremo layouts, because my track work, my electronics are Fremo standards. And this layout, from what I actually found out from the NMR train show, is that this is actually what they call a Fremo Minimo modulars. Because instead of the normal 26-inch wide, they're 12 inches wide. The big thing is have fun with it. Have fun with it. Yep. Yeah, the lighting is definitely off today. Gotta love it. Eventually we'll get proper lighting in here, but it's kind of a low priority thing. Get you guys the front view here for a bit. Yeah, and that really goes for anything in life too. Take breaks. I know I've had to take plenty of breaks in this hobby. So you guys can kind of see here on the right hand side, that's the kind of modular scenery that I'm experimenting with. On the left hand side there, we've got a crate. It may have mysterious dinosaurs in it. Yep. And that's the thing too, is like starting off small is not necessarily a bad thing. If you have a simple circle 4x8, that's what you can use to learn. Coming up on the right here, I have a modular that's sitting on the floor there on the right hand side. It's basically called my testing range modular, and that modular I use to learn my wiring, learn my scenery, learn my ballasting, learn how I'm going to paint my track, how I'm going to put track on cork, how to glue my cork. So if you start off small and start experimenting with it, you'll gain the knowledge that you need to have to build a bigger, nicer layout in the future. But again, I'd like to welcome everyone to the chats, to the stream, to those who are going to watch this in the replay. Missile craters. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I do technically have a few holes because I put magnets in them to test my removable scenery sections. So yeah, technically I do. They're just a little too perfect to be considered craters. But yeah. Again, I typically stream this podcast on Friday evenings, 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. No, because then there won't be nothing left. It'll just be flat. Okay. Alright, so let's see. What other things do we have coming up? Let's see. So we're in the late end of September. October's coming up. I probably won't have the cars that I wanted to do a Halloween train. I've also got a lot of things I need to order from mini prints to really make that train come to life. So probably won't have a Halloween train this year. Christmas train, we will definitely have a train for that. Matter of fact, I should actually start testing that engine just to make sure it will be good for the layout. And then I already got a lot of things lined up for November. November is going to be a fun month. I am super, super excited for November. Coming along the sticker wall on the right-hand side there. See the sticker wall is slowly growing. Got some manufacturers up there. Got some fellow YouTubers. Speaking of stickers, I'll eventually get Wave 2 out of my stickers that I'm mailing out. I kind of completed Wave 1. I've been on hold for Wave 2. It's because I got so many other projects lined up. Let's see. I don't think there's anything for January. February, we will have a Valentine's Day train. Let's see, February, March. I think there's anything from March, April, May. May is my POW train, so I think we've got Memorial Day in May. May, June, July, the Freedom Train is always gonna be a tradition here. I did get some more Freedom Train cars, which I'm excited for. Another club member had them, and what I plan to do, because I kind of got repeats of the same car that has the Liberty Bell, like the Model T car and the Lunar Rover. I'm planning to take the duplicate out and put some other interesting artifacts in there. So yeah, in HO scale, both scale trains and BLI were in HO scale. The Shark Nose were from BLI. That's the reason. That's the reason I haven't got much new things, is because December is a disaster when it comes to pre-orders for me. Absolute disaster. Because I've got like 4 Shark Nose engines on pre-order. Because I love the Shark Noses. Let's take a field trip, actually. Let's take a field trip. Field trip. Let's see here. Oh, I'm in the same. Do. So yeah, we're talking about Broadway Limited. So yeah, this is why my Christmas is, yeah. All my allowance went to BLI this Christmas because of these freaking Shark Noses. They came out with Missouri Pacific. They came out with Southern Pacific. They came out with this Fantasy Scheme Shark Nose, proper U.S. Air Force Shark Nose here. And they also came out with it in the green as well. So it's like, yeah, I've got all 4 on pre-order. It's a big ouch, but I think I've got both A units in that scheme, and then they have an A and B. The B, I think, is a unpowered. But I cannot wait to get, especially the Missouri Pacific lines, put that with our Colorado Eagle train. Oh, it's going to look so nice. Cannot wait. And then at the end of this month, I'm crossing fingers that we'll get our GS4s. Been wanting my GS4s for a while now. Let me see what Train World is saying for those GS4s. Because they were supposed to come out midsummer, and now they said end of September. I heard rumors that it got delayed to the end of Christmas, which I hope is not the case. Yeah, see, that's a very, 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 very good point. Yeah, having to deal with shipping, yeah. Absolutely. Oh yeah, and I got a Pico diesel that's supposed to be coming out, I think, at the end of this. Come on, February, yeah. Yeah. So let's take another field trip. So Pico has been coming out with some interesting products. Come on, rotate. There we go. So definitely this guy, the Cam ML4000. I've got one of these guys on pre-order. So, and I think that's going to come. That should be coming out by the end of this month. And then these guys have been kind of grabbing my attention lately here. I may actually do a pre-order spotlight video on this guy because I wasn't originally planning on getting any of these, but then I noticed that there's a U.S. Army. This is a U.S. Army transportation. So it's like that actually works because I am in the future going to work on building a military train. I just hate the fact that they've got the European couplers here. So I'll have to swap all that out, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in this. Yeah, these guys, I'm excited for this. Right, yeah. Well, I think for this engine or for the 9000. Cuz these guys I know came out in AHM, I think, cuz I actually have one. I got to convert it to DCC so I can have a nose to nose. But yeah, definitely excited for that. Let's see. Come on. GS4 BLI. Come on. What you doing to me, train roll? The 9000. Yeah, I know, because I think they were in brass, and then I think it was AHM. Let me grab it real quick. Is that camera? Oh no, it's River Rossi. River Rossi. Let me get it. Okay. Okay. I found it. Took me a hot minute. All right. So yeah, this is a River Rossi. So my plan is, again, the lighting's all jacked up. Let me switch to the bench cam. All right. So yeah, here it is right here. I'm planning on converting this to DCC. And then we'll have these back to back when I get the other one. So that way it'll look kind of cool. So yeah. And I may actually have to do a complete remotor as well. So this is going to be a nice hefty project. Yeah, I'll definitely have to remotor this. It's just so old too. Appreciate that, Mystic. But yeah, it's on my many, many, many to-do lists. Alright. Where are my... Yep, no worries. Do what you gotta do. I'm probably not gonna be on much longer, I think. I think I was just gonna do an hour. Got so much editing to do. But I'll probably go on for another half an hour. And then I gotta get back to editing. So coming up on the left, we have our operations trains. So again, I'm using Missouri Pacific as kind of my power right now. Thank you, Enfield. Yeah, like I said, we'll go for probably another half an hour. I was wanting to go a little bit longer, but I didn't have breakfast. I've got a lot, like I said, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Yeah. Yep. I get that. It's amazing how much time flies when we're just talking and running trains. It's insane. It's like, man, the hour already flew. And again, we'll be back next week, normal time. Friday, 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This time slot, again, is dedicated to the Back on Track crew. One of these days, I will pop on to their podcast. I'm just trying to figure out when is a good day to do it. Because normally, if I'm not, if I'm hanging out in chat in another channel, I'm usually editing too. I usually put on the background. I tend to have my eye on chat and editing at the same time. But again, thank you everyone who's been supporting this channel. We are creeping up on 2,400 subscribers. And soon to be for the next milestone of 2,500. Which is insane. You guys have been killing it. Again, this is your guys' achievement. I'm just a fan of mono railroading and, try to share the world's greatest sandbox hobby as best as I can. And again, last week we made the milestone of 1 million views on the channel, which is insane. Insane. You guys have been crushing it. So, yeah, I do appreciate it if it's just watching, lurking, watching a quick short, or watching some of my more lengthier 1-hour videos. Every little bit helps. And just to let you guys know, for some transparency's sake, I know we've been talking about potentially getting emotes for the channel. Again, we need to be partnerships to get those. We are officially halfway through. I don't understand why my channel hasn't gone to the more lesser restrictions of 500 subscribers to the 3,000 watch hours. We have just passed 2,100 watch hours out of the 4,000 for the year. But that will reset, I think, in December for me, at the end of December. So we'll see. If we don't get it, it's fine. It just means that I've got to work a little bit harder next year, which I'm already got major plans for next year. This year was kind of the first test year to see, can I really do this? Given my work schedule, and I think we proved it well. You guys have enjoyed it. Positive receptions on all fronts. Let's get you guys to the 2-camera view here. Let's see here. Let me check something. And the shorts have been pretty good too. We need 10 million in shorts for the views, and we got about 500,000, which is that's pretty good for 1 year. Not bad. But again, that'll come with due time. That'll come in due time. Let's take you guys to all the cameras. There we go. So yeah, I think once I'm done here, gonna work on a mega project, more recording and editing. I got to get you guys that train show video. That's quite okay. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I do a variety of content, so if you have a certain way of viewing my stuff, if you watch live streams, then I do a live stream once a week. If you're a person who just likes watching videos, I do videos, and then if you're also a fan of the shorts, you can watch the shorts. I don't expect any of you to try to watch all of it. It's impossible to. I'm a workaholic. My first and foremost goal is to try to bring awareness that this hobby is even a thing, which is why I do a crap ton of shorts. Because I'm hoping to get the next generation and current generation in, continuing in this hobby. So my biggest thing is just to bring awareness. And right now, YouTube is pushing the shorts like mad. And, I just want to bring awareness that this hobby exists. Got to make sure it survives. So, again, I try to do a wide variety of things. So don't be sorry. Just have fun. And that's why I try to do a lot of unique things. So it's like on the live stream here, this is where we're going to do our ops. This is where we're just going to have fun, run trains, interact, Q&A. Eventually, when I have more free time in the future, I want to do another podcast that we can bring up guests. I know I don't typically tend to bring on guests for these streams. It's a logistical nightmare for the computer setup that I have right now. And there's plenty of other content creators out there that invite other people on. We got Artie that does his wacky weekend podcast. That's later on today. Cab Crew Wednesdays tends to bring on guests. So it's like there's plenty of other great content creators out there that do that already. And I'm using Video Ninja to do the guest work, and I still have a lot of work to do on the back end of it. But in the future, we'll get a system going. And then my videos is more just kind of gee whiz information. I do a lot. You guys know I do a lot of Icey news, pre-order spotlights, turntable spotlights. I do a lot of train shows. At least try to. I tend not to do a lot of reviews for objects. I just don't think that's my thing. I'm the type of person like, here's the object, here's it running. It's more of a show and tell. That's some things that I gotta get back into. I want to do more show and tell videos. I gotta get back on track on doing that. But that's the great thing about the hobby. It's so big that not one person can capture it all. That's why we have this wonderful family, because the family itself will capture the hobby. We'll capture N scale, HO, O, G, 7 1/4. S scale. Z scale, double T. It's a great hobby. Alrighty here. Let's switch up the cameras a little bit. Do some real fanning. Alright. Man, those cockroaches, man. I gotta squash all them cockroaches. I love YouTube sometimes. You get those silly cockroaches that come in. Try to be a little pest. I've been live streaming for over 12 years. It does not surprise me. I've seen a lot worse. All right, let's switch over. Let's see this one. Do. All right. It's a view we haven't had yet. I don't know if Harbor Point. Yeah, I think that's a camera view I may change. I'm not sure yet. Let's take you guys to this one. Do the bridge cam. let's do that one. And this one would be a good one to do right here. Yeah, I think this is my favorite view. It's the most scenic. We got kind of the pictures of the heritage units there with the sticker wall, the train going by. It's a pretty good shot. Let's take it to this one. The wave module. Cool. Cool. Alright. Let's take you guys back on board. Ah, that's pretty cool. And I broke my chat highlighter. Rip. There we go. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean sometimes I just have to make use of the modular. And I gotta put some not necessarily sand, but some rocks and stuff to mimic sand. Oh, nice. There you go. Let's see here. All right. Go ahead and put that there. Let's go to showcase. There we go. All right, as the big boy and our GP30 Chicago Northwestern comes into focus, start slowing them down. Get the bells ringing. Deluxe. All right. All right, and there's our train for today. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream there. Again, we'll be back next Friday at 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Coming out later today, we've got... Yep, I gotcha. And congratulations, Anfield Lee. I'll get you all that goody information. And, yeah, definitely had a blast. And, so yeah, Artie will be streaming later tonight for the Wacky Weekend crew. And I will be there kind of chatting away, editing a lot more videos for you guys. Again, sky's the limit. I love it with the world's greatest sandbox hobby. So, with it, guys, thank you so much. Wing hugs to you guys. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. And we'll see you next week.